Workforce Prep, presented by Connor Lucy. It's a situation every high school graduate goes through. Chances are, they've already been thinking about it for the past couple years, but it never seems quite real until that diploma falls into their hands. As the students say goodbye to their fellow classmates and teachers, the question that's been sitting in the back of their minds jumps up to the front. What's next? It's an incredibly exciting question to ask, and at the same time unbelievably frightening. After leaving high school, students are given, usually for the first time, a choice that has the gravity to define the rest of their lives. And the pressure pushes many students to look to society for the right answer. The problem is, over time, society has tended to keep hidden many of the paths towards successful and fulfilling futures, which forces students into a false dilemma where they must basically choose one of two options. The first option is the traditional university route, where students stall their real-world experience to continue their formal education in an extremely expensive and standardized institution with the goal of receiving a degree, which society has told the student will place them ahead of the others when finding a job later. The trouble is, since this path is becoming more and more accessible through student loans, the job market has become flooded with graduates all holding up the same degrees with no real work experience, leaving them with no leverage over others when applying for jobs. The second path that society states for high school graduates is to opt out of the traditional university route and immediately enter the workforce. This route looks like a viable alternative because these kids are put in a place where big money seems right around the corner. But when the bills start piling up and the promotions are being given to others, they realize that the big money that initially seems so close will always be out of reach without a college degree. Both options look pretty encouraging at first, but for the most part, neither ends up pushing the students ahead, leaving the dream of a successful and fulfilling life for the next generation of hopeful high school graduates. It's this flawed system that has led me to propose a solution, a third option, if you will, an option that takes some of the best qualities of the two other paths and therefore promises more opportunities for success. It's a program, 4 sequential steps and 2 years long, called Workforce Prep. Workforce Prep is a global operation with programs focused in all fields of work, both blue collar and white collar. The 4 steps of the program are general skills classes, discipline-specific classes, building a portfolio, and completing an internship. Both the general skills classes and the discipline-specific classes are held online through educational networking platforms such as 2U, so lectures, homework, quizzes, etc. can be accessed by anyone at any time from anywhere around the world. But because face-to-face contact is so crucial to the learning experience, professors will be stationed all over the world to hold weekly workshops where they can meet with students face-to-face to discuss ideas, problems, assignments, or anything else the students are interested in. After these 2 levels of classes have been successfully completed, the students begin the third step, building a portfolio of their work to show fellow students and eventually potential employers. Professors would be able to help work out ideas and offer advice or criticism, but these portfolios would be collections entirely of the students' work. This step is ongoing and would continually be updated and improved upon for the rest of the program, and hopefully their careers. To give an example of a portfolio for a writing student, it could include a notebook of ideas and project goals, essays and research papers, manuscripts, and interviews with professionals. The student's portfolio would always be updated as a blog, where they could share their projects and thoughts with the world. After a 2-month period focused specifically on setting up their portfolios, the students would enter the 4th and final step of the program, finding and completing a 6-month-long internship in their field of study. The professors could provide resources for their students to help look for work, but it would ultimately be up to the student to secure a position, paid or unpaid, in the workforce. Here, the student would gain real-world experience by working on real projects and interacting with real customers and other professionals. By the end of this internship, the student should have not only an idea of what their profession is like, but also a proven set of skills and experiences to show future employers, as well as a budding network of professionals already secured in their field. After completing the internship, and with the final approval of their portfolios, students graduate from workforce prep with a certificate of completion, an active portfolio, job experience, a professional network, and a sense of confidence that their chosen path from high school has given them the tools to actually succeed.